Good evening, I am Ibrahim Sani and this is Market Talk. Selangor is Malaysia's largest state by way of population but also by measure of its economy. So how does the state intend to push its leading position further? Joining me today is the CEO of Invest Selangor, Datuk Hassan Azhari, to discuss more on the prospects of the state. Welcome, Datuk.
Thank you.
Let's start with the first question. What is Invest Selangor all about? Could you discuss your organization further?
Okay, thank you, Ibrahim. Invest Selangor is an investment promotion agency for the Selangor state government. Of course, our main task is to promote investment opportunities into Selangor, as well as facilitating investors to invest in Selangor, and also we are coordinating their project implementations to make sure that their projects has been smoothly run and so on.
And of course, this is within the structure of the Selangor government.
Yes.
Right. With this in mind, Selangor has very strong GDP growth. How does the state intend to continue this growth further?
We already focused into 5 core clusters. For the past 2 years, we are moving into more focused projects, and also we just completed our industrial master plan that will guide us to move into the right directions in bringing Selangor into the new level.
Now, what are the latest activities and things that you have done, have taken and also plan to do in the nearest term?
Of course, as usual, we have investment promotions, trips and missions overseas. We have continuous engagements and dialogues with the stakeholders, with the industry players, as well as we are also organizing events, and the main events will be coming in this coming September.
Now, of course, this event is one of the events that you plan to do is called the Selangor Business Summit. Is this something that is going to be of interest for investors?
We believe that this Selangor International Business Summit will attract key players, industry players to assemble or to meet each other in Shah Alam, where we provide the platform for them to meet and also to interact each other.
What are the key pillars or business activities that you plan to push forward in this business summit?
Okay, actually Selangor International Business Summit consists of 3 main events. First will be the Selangor International Business Summit, Selangor Smart City and Future Commerce Conference from 7 to 9 of September. Second one will be the Selangor ASEAN Business Conference from the 11 to 12 of September, and the Selangor International Expo 2017 from 14 to 17 September.
Okay, and of course, one of the things that is being pushed forward by the state is the 5 core clusters, and the state has identified these 5 core clusters that will propel the Selangor growth further. Could you discuss with us some of the items within these 5 core clusters?
Okay, these 5 core clusters, namely first life sciences. These life sciences inclusive of pharmaceutical, biotechnology, medical devices and so on. Second one is the food and beverages. Third one is the electrical and electronics. Fourth one, transport equipment, which is inclusive of aerospace and automotive industries. And last but not least is the machineries and equipment. Apart from these 5 core clusters, we are also giving special emphasis on another 4 key areas within these 5 core clusters, namely the e-commerce, the halal industries, the biotech industries, and also the aerospace industries.
And do you think that these are the key industries that needs to be enhanced further? Why these 5 clusters and not any other industries?
Okay. We are moving towards Industry 4.0. Those days we are more competitive in terms of labor-intensive type of projects. But now we are looking into high technology projects, knowledge-based industries, we are no longer competitive in labor-intensive type of projects. So that is why we have identified these 5 core clusters as the main projects that we are focusing in terms of promoting the projects coming into Selangor. However, if there is any other projects that other than these 5 core clusters, we're still facilitating them, we are still coordinating their projects, no problems.
But these would be the core things that you'll be focusing on.
In doing promotions, then this is the 5 core clusters that we are focusing.
All right, we'll take a short break, but when we come back, we'll discuss more on Invest Selangor and what they have in store for investors. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Market Talk with me, Ibrahim Sani. Today we have in the studio with me the CEO of Invest Selangor, Datuk Hassan Azhari Idris. Datuk Hassan, when we left off, you were talking about the Business Summit and you were talking about the 5 core clusters. We'll take a retrospective outlook right now with the state, particularly on the investment value of the state. What is the investment value that has been pouring into the biggest state of Malaysia?
Okay. For this year, we haven't received this investment statistic from MIDA, because all these investment statistics is given by MIDA based on the manufacturing approved manufacturing projects. So our figure for last year was 7.8 billion. Our target was 6 billion actually for last year, investment into Selangor in the manufacturing sectors. However, we managed to pass our target with 7.8 billion. However, it is slightly decreased from the previous years, which is 7.9 billion. And this year we are targeting, last year we are targeting 6 billion ringgit, but this year we are targeting 6.5 billion ringgit investment into the manufacturing sector in Selangor State.
And with this in mind, what is the contribution of the GDP to the country by the state of Selangor?
Okay, Selangor contributed 22.6% of GDP, national GDP. And apart from that, we are also contributing 25.1% of the service sector in the country, which is the highest percentage. And also we are contributing 28.9% of the manufacturing sector in the country. So it shows we are the highest contributor in the manufacturing and also services sector. That is why our tagline is the Golden State of Malaysia.
Okay, moving along to this, how many international countries are involved in investing in this state?
We have been in existence for the past 17 years. So based on our statistics, it's about 65 countries already investing in Selangor State.
Okay, moving back to the points that you were mentioning just now, some of the core industries include aerospace, biotech, halal, e-commerce and the likes. How important are these newer industries in developing the state going forward?
Okay, state government already set up councils for these 4 initiatives. First is the Selangor Biotech Council, which is chaired by the EXCO in charge of the investment industry. Second one is the Selangor Information Technology and E-Commerce Councils, is another council, also chaired by the EXCO in charge of investment and industry. Another 2 councils, which is Selangor Halal Council and also the Selangor Aerospace Councils. Both councils chaired by Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Menteri Besar himself. So these councils will give guides to us on the latest trends, on the policies, on the directions that we should go into when we are tackling or engaging with the industries to to move up the level of the supply chain of all these industries.
The councils, are they in consultation with the business communities, for instance?
Yes, the council members is involved from the government agency at state and also federal level, as well as the industry players.
Okay, and what are the strategies employed in trying to lure investors with these initiatives in mind?
So, as I mentioned previously, we already came up with our industrial master plan, and we are planning to have our blueprint or action plan for all these industries, for aerospace, for halal, and also for biotech. So, with this blueprint coming in, so we hope that we are moving on the right track, and we are doing engaging the industries more actively.
These kind of initiatives would push Malaysia to become a more developed country. In particular, Selangor would become a more developed state. My question would be on increasing the value of the state. How would you increase the value of the state in this process of making us a little bit more developed?
By having these projects, knowledge-based project, high technology-based industries type of activities, it will create more investment coming in, it will attract more talents coming in, it will attract more technology companies to test their technologies in Selangor.
Do you think that this could help in terms of boosting the socio-economic status of the dwellers of Selangor?
Definitely.
And do you have some quantifiable figures on how Malaysians living in Selangor would actually improve in the socio-economic structure? Where are the areas do you think that would benefit them the most?
So I think with the in line with the effort by the Selangor state government, the smart state initiatives. So a lot of things has been offered to the people of Selangor. A lot of initiatives has been introduced. So we are moving to the a lot of smart initiatives that to make ease people doing things, transactions, business transactions, and so on.
Okay, and do you think that the Smart City program is being well received by the people of Selangor?
It just started about a year, and a lot of improvement has been can be seen, and we hope that we will improve further.
Okay, so we'll take a short break, but when we come back, we'll discuss on the outlook of the cities of Selangor and, of course, the state in itself. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Market Talk. I am Ibrahim Sani. Selangor is the biggest state in the country in terms of population as well as economic growth. The question now is on how the state will push itself further in trying to attract more investors. Joining me today is Dato' Hassan Azhari Idris, the CEO of Invest Selangor. Dato', we've talked about some issues, some of the items that have been done by Invest Selangor, but the question now is on what are the challenges that you expect in the nearest term, in the nearest horizon, particularly some competition that is coming in from other states and also other countries.
Challenges is plenty. So we are not competing with other states, but we are rather complementing with other states. So we are also working with other investment promotion agency like Invest KL, with federal agency MIDA, and various investment promotion agency, MDEC, Biotech, and so on. So we are complementing each other. Of course, we have some shortcomings here and there, but that's why we commissioned Monash University to come up with the study on the industrial master plan. And the study has been completed, and from there we're also moving into how we can come up with the blueprint for each sector so that we can really focus on how we're going to tackle this industry or the sector individually.
And do you think that other state, as you say, would be receiving these initiatives by Invest Selangor quite positively with this blueprint in mind?
We have been engaging with various stakeholders, and also we are talking also to various investment promotion agency in other states. So they are happy to work together with us. Maybe some of the project is not suitable to be located in Selangor, so then we can pass to our friend in other state and likewise.
Okay, and this means that Selangor is positioning itself quite critically in terms of the eyes of the investors. One key project that I want to highlight is the Selangor International Expo 2016 that was done last year. Do you think that that expo has positioned the state in a more critical manner now?
So actually, Selangor International Expo 2016 was the second international expo. The first was in 2015. However, the first expo in 2015 is quite general in nature. But in 2016, we focus into life science, F&B, as well as halal products and services. So last year, we managed to have 525 booths participating in the exhibitions, and we have 78% of Malaysian companies, and we have 22% from the international companies. And total visitors for last year, Selangor International Expo was 10,689. Compared to previous years, it's only about 5,000. So the transaction volume last year was expected about 100 million ringgit. And we hope that this year, with 3 events, we hope that we can get more participants from overseas as well as the local companies. We are giving them the opportunity to display their products, their technology, their services, and to meet their potential partners, potential distributors from ASEAN countries and all over the world.
Do you think that this year would be more robust, more bigger in terms of the expected number of participants, value generated in terms of investments?
By having 3 events in a week, in 10 days, I think the response is great. Will be great. The transactions value will be increased, and so far for the Selangor International Expo this year, 82% booth has been taken, so 18% left to be taken by local and also foreign companies. So it is an opportunity for SMEs, our SMEs, ASEAN SMEs, to take part in our exhibitions.
Dato', when do you think Selangor will be able to call itself a smart state? What do you think you need to do, or we need to do, to achieve that objective?
We are moving into that directions. We hope in another 3 years we can claim that we are fully smart state. This is my
your rough estimation.
Yeah, the rough estimations.
But do you think the project is on track?
So far, yes.
And if there are investors currently watching this interview or listening to this interview on their podcasts, what would be the methods to reach out to Invest Selangor currently?
Okay, Selangor has the most talent available in the country as compared to other states. That is the key factors for any companies or foreign investors to set up their operations in any locations, because of course infrastructure, land costs and so on is part of the package, but talent pool is one of the most key factors for them to come in.
Is there a helpline that we can call?
Of course, they can call us at our numbers, or they can contact us through our email.
All right. Dato', I really applaud you and your efforts in terms of promoting Selangor. I wish you all the best. I've been speaking to Dato' Hassan Azhari, the CEO of Invest Selangor. And that wraps up this edition of Market Talk. Download our app on the Google Play and the Apple App Store. Please listen to this interview on podcast, wherever you get the podcast, and search for either Market Talk or Astro Awani. And be sure to follow us on all our social sites at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at 501 Awani. I'm Ibrahim Sani. Thanks for watching and good night.